قابلنا التحدي في مدرسة الحسام، أسسنا منهج علمي يبقى لهم دليل، بنواجه الأزمات بفعل ومش كلام، ونجيب لكل المشكلات حل وبديل، علشان إيماننا بربنا وحب في بلدنا، قدمنا ليكم علمنا علشان ولادنا، عهدك علينا مصرنا لما تعهدنا، توصل رسالة علمنا لكل جيل في مدارس الحسام.
After listening to our HIS lovely song, I think that you are all ready to start. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello everyone. Miss Alia, your science teacher at Al Hussam Integrated Language School, with you. I miss you so much, my dear. We will overcome these hard conditions very soon, inshallah. This is the first recorded science session for Prep 1, and we will complete the last part of lesson 2. Do you remember? Lesson 2 about the chemical compounds. First, we will study the oxides and salt, the last part of lesson 2, which is the chemical compound. Do you remember what are the types of compound that we have studied before? Yes, very good. Acids, base, oxides, and salts. Very good. Who can tell me what is the difference between acid and base, and how can we differentiate between acid and base? Yasin, can you tell me? Yes, very good. Acid began with H. What else? Do you remember? Yes, it has a sour taste. Very good. Someone is saying that acid changed the litmus paper from blue to red. Very good. Very good. What else? What about base? Can you tell me what about base? Yes, very good. It ends with OH. In this session, we will study oxides and salts. Let's see what's meant by oxide. Oxides are compounds resulted from the combination between oxygen and element. Do you remember what are the types of element that we have studied before? Can you tell me, Abdurrahman? Yes, very good. Metals, non-metals, and noble gases. Very good. What do you think? From the name oxide, so from its name, we have oxygen in the compound. Very good. What do you think? Noble gases can react with oxygen? No, we said before that noble gases don't enter the chemical reaction. Because, do you remember? Jana, can you tell me? Excellent, because its outermost energy level is completely filled with electrons. So, oxygen may react with metal or non-metals. If it reacts with metal, it will be called metal oxides. So, what are metal oxides? They are formed from combination of oxygen with metal. What about the non-metal oxides? Non-metals reacted with oxides or with oxygen, to give non-metal oxides. For example, I will tell you a very easy examples. Any element with oxygen, it will give element oxide. For example, sodium with oxygen give what? Very good, sodium oxide. Potassium with oxygen gives potassium oxide. Aluminium plus oxygen gives what? Aluminium oxide. Excellent. Jana Osama, can you tell me carbon with oxygen give? Carbon dioxide. Sulfur with oxygen, sulfur oxides. What about sodium, potassium, aluminium? They are metals or non-metals? They are metals, very good. So they are metal oxides. Sodium, potassium, aluminium are examples of metal oxides. What about carbon and sulfur? Yes, we have studied before that carbon and sulfur are from non-metals. So carbon oxides, sulfur oxides are from non-metals oxides. Here we have some examples on metal oxides. Can you tell me what is the name of this chemical compound? Can you tell me? Huh? Hala? Can you tell me? Yes, Na sodium, O oxygen, so it will be sodium oxide. Very good. Who can tell me what is the name of this chemical compound? Ca, do you remember? Calcium, so it will be calcium oxide. The last one, aluminium. Yes, aluminium oxide. So these are examples on metal oxides. What about the non-metal oxides? We have here carbon dioxide, excellent, and sulfur. It has 3 oxygen atoms, so it will be tri. Do you remember? Sulfur trioxide. Very good. Now we have finished the oxide. Let's go to the salt, the last type of compound. So if the compound begin with H, it will be acid. If the compound end with OH, it will be base or alkali. And if it has oxygen, so it will be oxides. If it doesn't contain H or OH or having oxygen, so it will be salt. So what's meant by salt? They are compounds resulted from combination between positive metal ion or positive atomic group with negative ion or negative atomic group. Let's explain the definition in details. So we have 4 cases for the combination between the positive and negative ions to form salts. For example, positive ion with negative ion. Do you remember the positive ion produced from, Yes, I can hear you. From metals. Metals, after entering the chemical reaction, they form positive ion. Excellent. What about the negative ion? It produced from? Yes, non-metals. So, positive ion produced from metals, while negative ions are produced from non-metals. Except oxygen. Why except oxygen? Can you tell me? Why except oxygen? Yes, very good. Because if the element reacts with oxygen, it will produce element oxide that we have just studied it. Sodium plus oxygen, for example, give sodium oxide. So, positive ion react with negative ion except oxygen to form salt. This is the case number 1. For example, sodium is a positive or negative? Yes, positive ion. So, if it reacts with another negative like chlorine, it will form sodium chloride. What is the type of this compound? Yes, salt. Because it doesn't begin with H, doesn't end with OH, doesn't have oxygen, so it will be salt. Another example, we have also sodium. If it reacts with sulfur, it will form sodium sulfide. Sodium sulfide. Why we put 2 here besides sodium? Do you remember? Number 2 related to the number of? Excellent. Atoms related to the number of atoms of sodium. Why here sodium is 2? Why? While in case of sodium chloride is only 1. Here, the valency of sulfur, do you remember the valency of sulfur? Yes, the valency of sulfur is divalent. So, it takes 2 sodium atoms. While in sodium chloride, chlorine is monovalent. So, it takes only 1 sodium atom. If sodium reacts with bromine, it forms it forms sodium bromide. Yes. So this is the first case in which the positive ion react with negative ion, don't forget, except oxygen. What about the second case? If the positive ion react with negative atomic group, but also except hydroxide, OH negative. Why except hydroxide? Do you remember? We said the base, end with OH. So if the element react with negative hydroxide ion, atomic group, it will give sodium hydroxide, for example. It will be base. It end with OH, so it will be base, not salt. So if the positive ion react with negative atomic group, the atomic group shouldn't be hydroxide, or it will gives base or alkali. Let's see the example. If the positive ion react with negative atomic groups, for example, like sulfate, sodium with sulfate, it will give sodium sulfate. Sodium with nitrate, yes. WAD, it gives what? Sodium nitrate, very good. Sodium react with carbonate, atomic group, it will gives sodium carbonate. Excellent. This is the second case. All these compounds are, it doesn't begin with hydrogen, doesn't end with hydroxide, doesn't contain oxygen, so it will be salts. Someone tell me, sulfate consists of oxygen, nitrate consists of oxygen, carbonate consists of oxygen. Yes, but it is combined in the atomic groups. We said before, oxygen in the atomic group, but its name will be carbonate, not oxide. Nitrate, not oxides. Sulfate, not oxide. So all these compounds will be salts. Let's see the third case. When the positive, not positive ion, positive atomic group with negative ion, also except oxygen. For example, you have only one positive atomic group in Prep 1, or in this curriculum. You have ammonium atomic group. If the ammonium atomic group react with chlorine, so it will form, can you tell me? What is the name of this chemical compound? Ammonium chloride, right. If it reacts with bromine, it will gives ammonium bromide. So these are only the examples that you have if the positive atomic group ammonium react with negative ion. The last case, number 4, if we have positive atomic group also, but with another negative atomic group. We have only positive atomic group that we have said before. Ammonium react with sulfate to form ammonium sulfate, yes. If it react with nitrate, ammonium nitrate. That's it. So we have explained in details what's meant by salts. Can you tell me what is the name of these chemical compounds? For example, CuSO4, yes, copper sulfate. Which case is it? Copper atomic group or ion, positive ion? Copper is positive ion, not atomic group, right? Cu is copper. Sulfate, yes, very good. I'm hearing someone is telling me sulfate is atomic group. Yes, negative or positive? Sure, it is negative. We said before that all compounds that you have in this curriculum begin with positive, then negative. So which case is it? Positive ion react with negative atomic group. What about NaCl? All of you know what's NaCl. I know it is sodium chloride. Sodium, ion or atomic group? Yes, very good. Ion. Chlorine, negative ion or negative atomic group? Yes, negative ion. So sodium chloride is salt also. And NaNO3, positive ion with negative atomic group. So it is salt or acid or base or oxide. Salt because doesn't begin with H, doesn't end with OH, doesn't have oxygen, so it will be salt. So all these compounds are example on salts. Let's see what are the properties of salts. All salts differ in taste, color, smell, and solubility in water. So salts differ according to taste, color, smell, and solubility in water. Sure, not all salts can be tested. Not all salts can be tested. An example of salt that we can test, which is sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, which is a table salt. Okay, now we will classify the salts that we have according to the solubility in water. Solubility in water means these salts dissolve in water, or these salts dissolve in water. And we have another salts which not dissolve in water, which is insoluble. Salts which dissolve in water like NaCl, which is sodium chloride. K2SO4, who can tell me what is the name of this element? Dina, can you tell me? Yes, potassium sulfate. Excellent. Adam, can you tell me another example? What is the name of this element, this compound, sorry? Yes, calcium nitrate. Very good. Who can tell me the name of the last salt which dissolve in water? Sharif? Yes. Sodium? Sulfide. Excellent. Sodium sulfide. What about the salt which not dissolve in water? We have Ag. Do you remember the symbol of Ag? Which element is it? Which element is Ag? Yes, silver. Very good. So it will be silver chloride. Pp. Who can tell me what is the symbol? Which element has the symbol Pb? Yes, lead. Very good. So what is the name of this chemical compound? It will be lead iodide. Lead iodide. PbSO4. What is the name of this chemical compound? Yes, it will be lead sulfate. Lead sulfate. So you have a very easy way to differentiate between salts which dissolve in water and salts which not dissolve in water. If you have Ag or Pb in the compound, so it will not dissolve in water. It will not dissolve in water. This only for the salt that you have in your curriculum. You have another note. All carbonate salts insoluble in water. What does it mean? For example, calcium sulfate doesn't dissolve in water. For example.
Why?
Sorry, calcium carbonate not dissolve in water, while sodium carbonate dissolve in water. Potassium carbonate can dissolve in water. Ammonium carbonate can dissolve in water. So, only sodium, potassium, ammonium carbonate salts can dissolve in water. Okay? This is a very important note. Now, open your booklet, page 55 to solve the assessment. Choose number 1. Number 1, hydrated copper sulfate is called. Rana, can you tell me? Yes. Blue crystals. Blue crystals. Number 2, Rahma. All the following salts are soluble in water except sodium chloride? No. Potassium nitrate? No. It will be silver chloride. Yes. Put right or wrong. Number 1, potassium hydroxide is called lime water. Potassium hydroxide is called lime water. Wrong. Wrong, because potassium hydroxide is called as potash. Who can tell me what the lime water is? The lime water is calcium hydroxide, right? Very good. Number 2, the commercial name of sodium chloride is Shelly salt. Shelly salt? No. We said before that the commercial name of sodium chloride is stable salt, so it will be wrong answer. Page 56. Complete the following table. You have the chemical formula. You will write the name of the compound, type of the compound, number of atoms in the compound, and the number of elements forming it. Let's begin with KOH. What is the name of this chemical compound? Yes, K, potassium, OH, hydroxide, so it will be potassium hydroxide. Yes, potassium hydroxide. Begin with H? No. End with OH? Yes. So it will be, yes, alkali or base. Can you count how many atoms in this compound? How many atoms? How many potassium? 1. How many oxygen? Yes, 1. How many hydrogen? 1. So all of them will be 3. So potassium hydroxide consists of 3 atoms. How many elements? We said potassium, oxygen, hydrogen, so it will be 3 elements also. Second chemical formula of CaO. Ca related to, yes, calcium. Oh, Tasneem, can you tell me what is the name of this chemical compound? Yes. Excellent. Calcium oxide. It will be calcium oxide. What is the type of this element? It's very easy. I told you the type of the compound from its name. Calcium oxide. So it will be oxide. Very good. How many atoms in this compound? We have calcium, oxygen. only one atom of calcium, only one atom for oxygen. So we have 2 atoms. How many elements? We said calcium and oxygen. So the number of elements will be 2. The last compound in page 55, ferric hydroxide. Ferric hydroxide. Ferric related to which element? Do you remember? Ferric. Yes, iron. Very good. Iron. With which valency? Di or tri? We said ferric is tri. Yes, very good. So how can we write the chemical formula of ferric hydroxide? It will be FeOH between brackets 3. Yes, because the valency of iron here is trivalent, while hydroxide is, yes, monovalent. I said hydroxide, ferric hydroxide. So what is the type of compound is? It will be, yes, alkali, because it ends with OH. The number of elements forming ferric hydroxide. How many elements here? We have Fe, iron, O, oxygen, H, hydrogen. So we have 3 elements. What about the number of atoms? Can you tell me? Yes, Muhammad, can you tell me? Iron, 1. Excellent. Oxygen, 3. Yes. Hydrogen, 3. So the total number will be 7. Excellent. Complete page 56 as a homework. Yes. You will take a homework here. And don't forget to check the Egyptian Knowledge Bank. Thank you. See you later.